Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. How is everybody doing? You almost on the backside of your week. You got one more to go, and you'll be inside your weekend. And I hope wherever you are well. Why? Because your life is priceless. For you to even entertain the fact that you got a question that should tell you there's only one you. And with that being said, I wanted to share something. See, I started my day this morning because I was off today and decided to go walk, you know, and walk around our local park. And I didn't feel like going down to the ocean front, but I am going to go. Got to do that because I'm a water baby. And as I was walking, family, the one thing that kept me adamant on the person I'm destined to be was the fact of failure of not trying. Did you hear what I said? Giving concession for one more day to not step into or claim your life. So with that being said, it made me think you could take as many supplements you want. Go use them up, restock, use them up again. But if the number one supplement is not taken, which is a two-part deal. The first part is by way of your mind. The other is by your heart or your spirit. See, they both work in tandem, but independently they can function, but they are strong when they're together. Some of y'all know that sounds like being yoked, right? So how can you be yoked with someone else if you're not yoked with yourself first? And that brings me to today. Because I know some of y'all may be wondering, like, hey, what's going on with you, Gerald? Well, I meant what I said. I have committed family. I have a responsibility, and I intend to deliver that. And you will be a part of that growth and watch the transformation in the intended time and moment as it occurs. Because I know that there's somebody in the back of their mind that they've been trying to put up a good facade of coulda, woulda, shoulda. But deep down inside, you think that your window of time has passed you by. And I'm here to tell you the devil's a lie. That's why socially there's so much effort to convince you that what is deemed blessed is not good enough. And there's such an emphasis to corrupt what matters most, and that's you. That's why for those who are connected to my other channel, you hear me say this all the time. Do you know who you are? Because if you did, you would also know what's worth protecting. And that is what's going on in our society nowadays, family, because what you might not realize is there is a war or a battle for your mentality. And there are those that you cannot see. And there are those who look just like you that are banking that you won't. Because see, at the end goal, they know this. A perception is like a seed, dormant, waiting for the right soil to cultivate the harvest. And depending on the nurturement and the consistency of that seed, that harvest will come to pass endlessly, or it will be robbed for eternity. We're talking about your legacy, family. We're talking about the generations that will come behind you. We're talking about those who have laid the path that you're traveling. See, right now, I know there's some of y'all right now thinking that what you see is the end all be all because you think your life sucks right now. You do understand that that is nothing but an illusion, right? Who am I talking to? Do you actually think the end all be all is what's going on right now for your life? I can prove you wrong just like this. Watch this. Remember that last disappointment? Remember when you thought the end all be all was there? Look at where you are. Look at where you've been. And just know the moment that you decide to claim your life back, the doors will open up. Just as there'll be doors closing behind you. Oh, don't worry about having to put shade out there or being toxic. Because, see, the Alpha, the Omega, the One, I know him as God. He's already written your life, your legacy, and was sealed by your first breath. So there's a responsibility that you must see come to pass. And I understand because there's times that you may think that, well, why does it hurt so much, Gerald? Why does it feel like I'm alone, Gerald? Why does it feel like I can't depend on someone? Why will or when will someone come see about me? You want that to occur? Start loving on you first. Start investing in you more. Start grounding your feet right now. Because I'm going to tell you what. There are those who will not have the courage or the fortitude to tell you the truth. But yet they have all the energy and the effort to watch you fall. They are banking that every tear that falls from you will be one more step to keep you stuck. I'm here to tell you, you have yet to even enter your best days. And I know there might be some of you right now be thinking, well, Gerald, I'm making this sacrifice because I have children. Let me let you know something. Until you make a dedication to love you, you're not setting the example of what's required for them. And that's not fair. That's not fair for you. That's not fair for them. And you know what? It's not fair. How about the person that's supposed to rightfully stand beside you and love you more? I know somebody needed to hear that. So let's turn the corner because I know somebody's saying, well, Gerald, you normally talk about life on your other channel. This is all about health on this channel. And what I really want to know is, are you smoking? Nope. Haven't smoked since the beginning. Actually, it was at the 6th of April. Yeah. And as I explained to some of you, I don't get sick. But then when I do get sick, it's like going through a purge. And it put me on the shelf for almost 2 weeks. I ended up losing 25 pounds. But you know what went with it? My desire to smoke. And I know that that was God's angels and his hand because I know I have responsibilities. and you do too. So I'm doing quite well. I don't have any urges. I don't have any cravings. Um, I'm actually, it feels good because I'm taking my vitamins. I'm staying hydrated. Of course, I'm taking my black seed oil and my cat's claw and my grapeseed extract and my myrrh gum. I'm taking all my natural supplements because I also know that through the years of not doing well with my body, the trade-off is I'm going to have to allow it to heal. And I know that Rome was not built in a day, but my will, just as God said to the mountain, be moved. So it's gonna come to pass, family. What I have in store for each and every one of you is to show you that you haven't even hit the halfway mark in your life. And I look forward to the growth and the change. And oh yeah, because Jordan all about getting his size back. Oh yeah. And which is funny because I get this all the time when I see people out about to recognize me when I'm out. They're like, "You don't look like how you are on the camera. It makes you look small." Well, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'3", and even though I was almost 250, now I bobble between 218 and 227, but it's solid. So, and plus, I miss my 8 pack and my V. I had a conversation with somebody. Said, "Well, the only way you can have a physique like that is you've got to be on steroids." That's not true. That's not true. As long as you're eating right, you're resting, you're hydrating, means that's a beautiful water. Anything can be restored, can be fortified, can be treasured. But like Lena Horne said in The Wiz, if you only believe. And what did God say? I need faith of a mustard seed. You realize how small that is? So the real question is, who's robbing you of your smile? Who's keeping you distracted? Because I'm going to tell you what, family, there's a war going on for your mentality and your perceptions. And they want nothing more for you to get in line than to be the exception of the rule and be you. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Just in Revelations, there will be many that will be deceived. That's why you're turning around everywhere on the media and they're telling you, oh, such and such is this and that. And at the end of the day, it's not my business what you do behind closed doors. But at the end of the day, just remember, we all have to atone. And we're all accountable for the choices we make because it's called free will. Just make sure it doesn't cost you your happiness. So I would love to hear from each and every one of you guys. And I'm doing great. And I look forward to really doing my thing. I actually did a little running today, a little bit, you know. I ain't gonna sit up here and say I was doing it, but put it this way. I was doing a little 100-yard spurts. It's all about getting the lungs to open up so that all the mucus, and not sound gross, but all that toxic stuff that was in the air sacs in my lungs, they can purge out too, because they got to go. My goal, family, is before the end of the summer is to be able to run 10 miles. So that means I've got what? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I got 8 months to get it together. I hope you're there, because all things are possible when you place them first, and you're worth it. So once again, do you know who you are? Because if you did, you know what's worth protecting. How about that smile? How about that peace of mind? There's only one you. It's time for you to claim your life back, because you're priceless. Be blessed.